Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me on Cranbourne Clough Station. Yeah, it's me, Mark, if you don't already know me. Right, okay, well, as the title said, what is it now? Here's my delivery. And what we're going to do, we're going to open it, and then I'll tell you a bit about it, etc. And then we'll see what goes. And then, got a bit of track here. We'll see if it moves, and then we can take it from there. So let's make a start, guys. Let's open this up, shall we? Find a good end. Yep, there we go. I think we got it, got it, everybody. And just for my grandson, Kai, guys, because his name's Kai, so I might every now and then, just for the fun of it, because he does like to say that I say guys a lot. Just a figure of speech, really. What else do you say? But anyhow, so, yeah, right, here we go. We're getting there. Take this top section off, and then we'll have a look. Cut down the sides. Get it open. Yeah. Okay, we'll take it out of the package. Here we go. Obviously the box is mint. You know, it's really, it said when I got it that it's mint. And this one is the Lima 205142 MWG, which means nothing to you, does it? Nor to me. But I know what's in this, but the box is really good. This, I'm guessing, would be, again, late 70s, maybe 80s. If you know, do let me know on the comments. We'll take it out of the box and we'll see what we got. Right, okay. I like this idea. What's it sound there? It's all foreign, isn't it? Remove for display. Okay. Right, okay, here we go. This is what we've got. So as I say, there's the mint box and the card. I mean, how often do you get the cards? Come with them. So you can't see it. It's clever. I like that. I like that. And this is what we got. This is a Lima model, as you may or not have noticed by the box. I was told that this is mint, and it says as if it's, don't think it's been used. This could be good. For those eagle-eyed that are looking at it, yes, it's class 50 with the large logo, and it's the, and she said the eagle version. So here we have 50043 in BR blue and yellow cab with the large logo. So okay, let's get it out, shall we? Have a little look, see what we've got. Let's move that over there. Right, we've all seen the box. Got a little bit of the fluff where it's, let me give it a blow, guys. Here we go, guys. Just a habit now of mine to say that. Yeah, if you want to have a look at that, I mean, I don't know what focus you can get, but yeah, it doesn't look like it's done a lot. Let's put it that way. It's one of these ones I don't think you're going to want to paint or weather or do anything with. I could put a light on it, but I don't know if I will on this one because it's so, it is, I mean, look underneath, everybody. I mean, the tyres, where's the tyres? Yes, the tyres don't look too bad. Yeah, they look pretty good. Doesn't look like it's done much, let's put it that way. We'll put it on the track in a minute. Even the cogs look like it's still got the, if you want to look through there, you can see the cogs through there. Yeah, all the top is mint. Yeah, and I paid, what did I pay for this? 36 quid for this. 36 quid for a mint class 50 50043 Eagle. Yeah, yeah, because they were all named after, because I've got another one which I'll dig out in a second and put next to it, but they was all named after warships, either from the First World War or the Second World War, to commemorate the brave seamen that was in all them ships. Yeah, okay, both ends look pretty good. Show you that end. Yeah, pretty good. And then you can have a look at that end. Yeah, pretty good. Definitely it comes across as in mint condition. Let's just move it back a little bit. So not sure how good the camera angle will be, but we'll hopefully you can still see that. Put it on the track. Right, we'll see if it moves, and then I'll do a little history on this particular loco, its full size version. Here we go, got me little trusty 9-volt battery. Let's see if it moves, shall we? Yeah. Oh. It's trying. I don't think it's moved for a while. Am I even on the track? That's the question. Not on the front. Am I on the track? Yeah, I think I am on the track, everybody. Okay. Definitely seems like it hasn't moved for a while. Okay. Certainly sounds dry, doesn't it? Yeah, she's definitely dry, guys. Might get a bit better the more you run it. Well, okay, we'll stop it there. Alright, we'll bring the camera in a little bit and we'll point it down, if I can, a little bit more. That's it. There we go. Okay. The original one was built in 1968. She was one of 50 that were built. I've already got a video of my other one, which is Exeter. So yeah, she was built, as I say, in 1968. She served, like all the other ones, right up to 1991, when nearly all the others were all withdrawn as well, because they'd done the service. So she served for 23 years, doing all the usual runs. These were primarily designed to pull passenger freight, and they were meant to be able to do 100 miles an hour on long haul runs. Obviously these were used obviously for freight as well, so they were a bit of a multitasking locomotive. But many of these were preserved, and sadly this one wasn't preserved. They did try to preserve it, and it was sold off from after 91. And it went to a couple of different railways, heritage railways, where they were going to try and preserve it. But sadly, in 2002, she was scrapped. So this one is obviously a ghost. Okay. Now, my other one, which you obviously have seen, ironically is very close stablemate of Eagle, because this one is 50044, and Exeter is one of the lucky ones that was preserved and is kept out there on the railway. So it's sadly Eagle didn't get to fight another day, so we'll move Exeter out of the way. But yeah, this one seems to move, as I was saying, guys. Definitely moves. Does sound a bit dry. Moves though. What we'll do for curiosity, we'll move her over. We'll put the counterpart on the track, then we can tell if it definitely needs a service, because obviously Exeter has been serviced by me, so it does run. Yeah, there we go, look at the difference. Yeah, I think I need to service that before doing any more. Yeah. Yeah, Exeter runs really great. And sadly, I think, because it hasn't been used for so long, it does sound like it needs a service. Runs, moves, undoubtedly, but Eagle needs a service. Hello everybody. Hi guys. Just in case he's watching. Anyway, hi. Hi everybody. Yeah, here we are. As we've introduced 50043 Eagle, as we knew it had some problems and it was crawling about, and we managed to put it. What we're going to do next, we're going to give it a quick service. So let's just start doing it. As usual, we use our fingernail, try not to damage the paintwork to get the body off. And here we are. Here we just have our ring-filled motor, our pickup bogie, a lump of weight in there. But what we're going to do is we're going to be servicing the bogie. So let's just put that down there for a minute. We don't need that there. We can leave that all there. I'm always untidy, guys, so don't worry about that. Right, okay, let's flip it over. I've done a few of these lemurs, so I'm not saying I'm old hat with it, but you still have to bear caution to the wind when you're doing them, so that you can just gently take everything. Obviously, do everything gently. Take your time, and then we should be able to just get it out. What I'm going to do is give it a service, contactors and bits, and clean up the statum. Right, there's the little spigot bit, so we'll leave that there. That's the underbody. Now we should be able to just lift this out of here like that. Yeah, we've got, what I'll do is I'll take that off for a minute, just like that, because we don't really need that bit yet. We will just clean up the front bogie, remove the chassis just to one side. Right, okay, let's have a look here what we've got. Yep, it's the usual. So what I'll do is, got my trusty brake cleaner. We'll put a bit in here so we can sort of collect the springs and bits and give them a clean. And obviously use a couple of buds to give things bits and pieces cleans. Let's just put that down there. But what I'll do is I'll put that just there. We'll move our body out of the way for the moment. That's it. Right, okay, here we go. Let's get some tools. Need some oil. We've obviously got our screwdriver. We've got to use that in a second to undo that. Got some tweezers. What else we need? Yeah, I'll give this a clean a bit. Clean it off. Right. Oh, yeah. Just to sorting out the tools, everybody. My carbon fibre pencil. Yeah. What else we got? Then that might be it for the minute. We'll have a little look. I've got all the cotton wool buds here, so we can give it a clean, etc. I know it needs tyres because it's they look a bit like dried and everything. So hopefully we've got a couple in our selection here. Hobgoblin IPA session, green one, nice and cheap. Other IPAs are available. Right, let's open this up. Gently open it. Always do it gently. Nearly. Like I say, there's a spring. So get your tweezers, little springs. Put them in the thing. We'll turn that way a little bit. Right, we go underneath. There's a spring. Go a little bit more. That's it, just a little bit. There we go. We know we've got contacts in here, so we'll turn them over. There they are. Look at that. You can tell this thing ain't done much. They're really clean. Really clean. All good. Right, now we take off the cover. What I'll do is I'll put them in there. And so for the people that don't know what I'm doing, this is what they call as a ring-filled motor or pancake motor. There's all different terminologies. Just on the design. All I'm going to do now, everybody, is just flip that back a little bit. Yeah, look, it hasn't done a lot. You know, it hasn't done a great deal, so it's all tidy there. What we'll do on the back, what I'm going to do here, because this doesn't normally come out. No, it's coming out. That's even better. Right, okay. So there it is there, everybody. What I'll do is use this as another one of our modeler people. Give it a bit of a just a little bit of the old contact cleaner, and then what we'll use our cotton bud a little bit, and we'll see what it's like. Yeah, it's been run. So where I bought it said thinks it hasn't been run, but you can tell just by looking at that it has had a bit of running. It's a bit army, as I say. I think this is 80s. It's getting on for 40 years old, or it's older than 40 years, isn't it? If it was built the end of the 70s. Right, we give that like that. We'll give them things are clean as well. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. Yeah, give that a clean. That looks a bit nicer. We'll clean inside here as well. Give that a bit of a, in case there's any carbon build up, but there's not much because it, like I see, it hasn't done a great deal. So it's relatively clean, which is nice to know. It's not too bad considering. We'll get another one and we'll do the bits where all the ports go. Give that a wipe, give that a bit of a clean in there. Yeah, you know, you're still getting a bit of muck. Obviously, because it's sat about as well since it's been, who knows how long it might have sat around. Yep. Yeah. Okie dokie, flip that back round like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, quite pleased with that. I normally leave me thingies about so I can see what we're up against. Yeah, white. Yeah, that'd be fine in that part there. Right, now I get this, my little thing, and we'll have a little go on here, shall we? Let's give it a bit of a polish off. Any excess carbon we'll just, yeah, can't see no carbon, so then right, that's all good. We wiped it crossed. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best we're going to get there. Hopefully that'll be alright. Okie dokie. So now what we do, that can actually go back in like that. Yeah, looks like it's there. It's driving the cogs. Yeah, And just a snort of oil, everybody, just a little snort. We'll get the contactors. Normally just to loosen it up a little bit. Like what I normally do is I get like that, and just to cheat, doesn't really damage them. I get a blade, and all I do, where you can see that there's I can see, if you look on there, I don't know if you can, if that will focus enough for you, but you can see the black. So what I do is I just get a knife, move it away from what you've just cleaned, obviously. And then they should end up something like that, if you can see that. Yeah, clean them up. That's all good. So now that's all nice and clean. We can put that just there. So we're ready. What I'm going to do now, everybody, is put this piece back. The main cover bit. We'll put it back because that's fine. That's all good. That we'll get it over there. Get our little screws. Put away your tongue. Right, let's see if we can get these started. Magnetise in a little bit to my screwdriver, which is, don't really want that. Right, okie doke, that's that. But prior to doing that, we're gonna right, let's have a look at the second one. Yeah, that one. This one's much the same. You can just see where it's rubbed. So what we do, we get our blade again. So all I'm doing, everybody, is just scraping the carbon off. That's all I'm doing. Just get the muck off, and then obviously you can get your cotton wool pad. Just give it again, get all the muck off that you've just scraped off, and you should end up with something like that, which is all good. Okie dokie, let's get these back in like that. Yeah, and we'll put that one back in. What we're doing, I'll turn it round so you can see, we drop them in. So that these obviously the bit that you saw that looked a bit burnt is compressed against the staking disc. So it just gives it, so you've got the contact, basically continuous electric current. Right, okay, we get the springs. I'm being gentle as I can so I don't bend them. Yeah. Here we go. Right, let's see if we can get this one in without any issues. Right, so what we do is just get like that, line it up, get it on top of it, and I'll just give it a little bit of a push down, and you should get, it should be sitting in there like that. Okay. Right, we get the second spring and we repeat the process. Yeah, do be careful with these springs because they normally look quite lively. So obviously what I'm trying to do is line up the spring again, same thing. Make sure that the spring looks like it's in line. Yeah, I think we're there. Looks pretty good. We'll come back to that in a second. Now what we're going to do now we've done the main bogie part, the motor part section, we're going to take this to pieces and we'll give these a bit of a clean. We'll take this off. Well, this is where your little thing comes in. So do be careful, you don't need to go mad. Undo the little screw, got a little screw. Very small, but be careful again. We put them in the little tub. Should have 4 cogs here, so that then we can sort of, what we'll do is we'll get them off, and they're like that, like that, gear cogs. Yeah, we get them off. Yeah, no, the little ones. So I always put them in a rough position of where they are. We should only need to do the 2 of each side. And what we'll do is then we get our little friend to spray again, and we'll give it a bit of, as he calls it, a bit of jollop. Right. So then we get another new bud. Yeah, quite impressed. As I say, it's not really that dirty, everybody, so you're just preparing it, ready to take the new. Give him a little bit, yeah, give him a bit. Okie dokie, out of our little friends again. Not much coming off on there. Put that just there. We'll do this side first and then we'll just flip them over. A little bit of oil on that ones. Not that bad. Because I did try a little bit of oil just to try and aid to see how we got on, like we saw, and we had sort of limited success. Yeah, they're coming up all right. Going through the cocktail sticks, guys, but they're cheap, aren't they? So it's all right. From any local superstore. Right, now we'll have a quick look at this side. Yeah, look alright. They're coming up. Pretty good. Yeah, they're all yeah. A bit of a tickle in my throat. Sorry about that. Yeah, lovely. They look alright, don't they? There's our gear cogs ready to go back on. Yeah, all good. So we'll move on. Okay, now what we've got to do is we're going to put our little trusty 9-volt battery on it. We're just going to give it another little drip of oil because I think I might have sprayed it off with using the in there. A little bit of oil. Another little bit. Just there. Hopefully that'll just get into the bearings. Hopefully. And we can get our little trusty 9-volt. Because we're not connected in, we should put it on the motor. Sounds a lot quieter, everybody. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Now all we've got to do is grease up, do connections, and then we'll do the same process again. Here I use the Labelle 106. They say this is the best stuff for your little job, for your basically for your gears and bits. So you can see there, I'll just put a little snort just there, like just a little snort on the top and there. We've got 3 cogs here to put on, everybody. The wheels, yeah, they look alright. Let's see if I can just give the what I'll use here, just to save me taking it off, is a little bit of sandpaper on the bottom where the contactor goes. See if I can get it to bend over. Not very well. Just what I intend to do is just get this to slide underneath. We'll push that down just a little bit, like that, and just run it over the top of the electrical. That's the pickup. Push that down with your finger. Let the spring push it back up. Yeah, that's it. And we've got the same at the rear. So just let the spring come back up. Just gently rub over it. That's all it needs. Whoop, blow that away. Don't want to do that, do we? Right. Yeah, quite pleased with that. We'll give that a little bit of a wipe inside. Oi! Excuse the dogs as usual. As you may have not heard them before. They do like to bark. That's enough, thank you. That's enough, thank you. Patience of a saint you need sometimes when they bark. And I haven't got it. Right, okay. Right, let's take these wheels off as well, for these tyres off. Because we know they're not very good. So they've got to come off anyway. They look a bit brittle to me. Yeah, they do look a bit hard. So hopefully we can renew them. Yeah, there's not a lot of give there. Blimey, yeah, there's not a lot of give there. Whoa, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're a little bit, gone a little bit hard, everybody. Bit hard. They're weird, they're transparent, these ones. I don't know if they're meant to be, are they? From the factory? Would they be transparent? I don't know. I've got no idea, never. Let's see if we can just get that tyre. That's it, isn't it? Look at that, it's brittle. There's no give in there at all. Everybody, yeah, all the bit. Well, you know, it's rubber, it's perished because it's sat about for a long while. Okie dokie, I'm happy with that. Let's see what tyres we've got, see if we can find something that will fit, shall we? Right, let's quickly do the tyres. We're going to connect the gears in a sec, because we've got that to deal with. Okay, yeah, right. Anyway, what we got? Not sure about that, it might be smaller. We'll see what we can find, eh? They look more like it. Let's try these two. Well, I don't know what that one is. Everybody, that ain't one. Here we go. What we got here? We've got the hole in the bag. Yeah, these look like the ones. Let's give these a go. A little bit loose to my liking. Yeah. Yeah, they are the smaller ones. Let's see what. Yeah. They don't spring over like I would like. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okie doke. Don't think we've got anything else. Not that's going to be strong enough to do what we need. I can always come back to these. Yeah, you're never going to get them ones over. They're miles smaller. Yeah, you can see, can't we? Just by looking at them that they're too small. We're going to go for these at the moment and see what happens. They'll either slip and then I'll have to change them, but just for the moment we'll carry on as we are. Right, okay, let's resume what we was doing. Right, let's see what happens, shall we? Let's put that one in there. We don't want that one. We've got two on there now, so let's replace these little cogs. So we push that back in under there. Obviously that's got to line up and go onto the back of the motor cog. These little ones. Right, we get these little ones, so we put them down. We can just rest them where they should be. Back on there, as you can see, and then we do the same with the other axle. Push it down like that. So we go there like that. Yeah, so they'll feel nice. Yeah, feel nice. And then finally the main drive ones which we've got here, we've cleaned them all up as well. So we'll reinsert them back. They line up with the top cog. So you get, there we go. Yeah, and then we do the same with this one. Yeah, looking good. When you look like that, you can see all the cogs, so I'm quite relatively pleased with that. We'll just wipe off the grease off the top, just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, nice. And we put our little screws, our little diddy little screws, back in. Obviously fiddly as well, so be careful. I feel that's just started nicely, so we can just gently get our little socket screwdriver. Gently wind it in so you can feel it, don't force it. Yeah, very good. Yeah, and it stops. There we go, look at that, look. Yeah. Okie dokie. So then we get the next one. A little same thing again. Repeat the process. Right, what I'm trying to do, these are, like I say, everybody, these are, man, interesting little screws, to say that they're little brass things, so they're quite strong. Okay. Fiddly, yeah. As long as you don't lose it. that's the critical part, and I've done that before. How many times have we all put something down, or you hear it drop? Yeah, that's alright, I'll just look down there and I'll collect that. And you tell me, how many of you go, couldn't find it? it's just like they go invisible when they fall on the floor. Screws and bits. Right, okay. Yeah. Enough of my waffling. Right, there we go. Let's give this a wipe. Yeah. So in theory, our bogey looks like it's done. So what we'll do now, we've got to do a test. The middle one doesn't turn, so we can just do our little trial. See what happens, and we should have wheels turning. There we go. Yeah, nice. We do it like that and you can see them. Other way. So it seems quite a typical lemur. Don't ask me why, but they're never as quiet as a hornbeam when the hornbeams are spot on. Hornbeams are a bit more unreliable to me. Let's give this a quick. Okay, just give that a little bit of a go. Right, we get our buds, getting through them. We're nearly done actually, guys. We only got to do a couple of bits of wheel cleaning on the front bogey, and hopefully we can put it all back together again. Look how clean that comes up. Obviously you need this to be clean because that's got to go on that little bias connection, which we're going to clean next as well. So yeah, as long as the bottom bit is the main part. So that's it. That's the bogey serviced, the motor bogey. Right, let's move on. Right, we go to the little front bogey. Pickup bogey, call it what you will. Right, I normally just do that. I normally pick these up. Just give it a right, okie dokes, all good. Yeah, wheels look alright. Yep. Yeah, the wheels seem to have corroded a little bit, which I find a bit weird, to be honest. Yeah, as if they have done a lot. They give the impression they've done a lot, but I don't think they have. But yeah, it's just a bit weird. But it's alright, we're good. They come up quite clean, so that's that. So I think we're pretty much ready to reassemble. Let's put everything away. I'll put it all to one side and I can do this after. What we need, right, okay, we've established that it runs, everything's good, we've got our weight, so this just pops back through here, into there like so, and then what we do is we drop, there we go, this sits in there. All this does, everybody, is just sits in there and moves on this axis. Very primitive, but it works. So, right, okay, what you have to do is pull that up. And you see, I've pulled it up so you can see the little slot. It's got a little cutout slot in it. So that's it, that's the front bogey. Right, good. Now we turn it on its side. Now if you remember, what we've got to do, we have to then, all I do is I hold it against it so it's sort of pushed there, and we can reassemble our bottom. Yeah, we push that like that. Our weights fell out, but it's fine. That's quite heavy, that. Right, let's see what we can do. See if we can get the screws started, and then we start to cook with gas. Okay. So I'm always finicky when it comes to screws, because if you get them slightly wrong or get them drunk, they don't like going back in properly. So like, all you do is just turn them till you feel them nip, like that's it, done. Right, now we turn it back. Okie dokie. Right, put our little weight back in. At a later stage I do hope to put lights in this. I've got to work out what I'm going to do. The trouble is, when you have these things in here glued in, you can't get to like certain bits, because I would like to put yellows up here, 2 yellows up there on one end, so you've got drive idea. That would be good. So yeah, at this end, so I'm way up what to do, not sure. You got the cockpit bit here, which seems to be a shame to, like, I might be able to get it back. Drill through that. Yeah. That's another job for another day. Anyway, this will only fit one way. Don't put it that way, because if you do that, it fails on the motor. So obviously, you put this end with a hollow, goes there. So just make sure your wire's all nice and neat and tucked, so that everything moves freely. Get your body. Let's just do a motor check while we're here. Yeah, nice. A lot quieter. Okay, right, let's put the body back. I'm always gentle when I do this, ease them on. Again, same reverse process. Get your thumb, just so you can get the recess clip to move over, like that. Same here, recess clip, move it out, push it in, gently push down till it all clips in. You can hear the click. Same reverse here, always be careful, move it out, just so it's past it, so you can get it started. Same this side. So obviously you're stretching the body a little bit, but you're not going to do it any harm. And then push gently down. Yeah, I think, yeah, looks like Eagle has been done. So yeah, there we go. Put all my bits and pieces there. So we ended up with 2 hard tyres, a few buds, and a fully serviced Lima Class 50 043 Eagle. Hello and welcome. You're near me, Mark. Here is the finale of the Lima Class 50 043 Eagle. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a bit of filming. It's now got lights, but I'm going to just do a couple of laps like this so they can both complement each other, the pair of them. And then what we'll do is we'll turn the camera around, wheel facing, so you get to see the lights that I've done on the front of the Eagle, and just see it from there, because we know we've got a headlamp on Exeter, but now I've done like headboard lights on Eagle. But we'll come back to that. First we'll do a couple of 3 laps like this, nice and steady next to each other, get them on shot, and then we'll do the rearward facing. Right, let's go. One more lap like this, and then what I'm going to do is put the trailers on the front of Exeter, try and get both of them and see how we get on from there. We're using our terrible backman trailer and the Lomax, which is terrible. So yeah, we will endeavour to see what we can do. Right, we'll stop them both here. Right, okay, right. Okie dokie, let's see what happens. Let's set this up. We're using probably the worst of my trailers going, so it'll be interesting to see what we're doing. Let's just move you to there because you're not really filming anything pretty much at that point. I'll reverse you up on Exeter. Right, now we'll put the infamous, and it's definitely infamous, all these little things with such a terrible trailers. Right, okie dokie. Right, we'll put the backman, as I say, that's what you're sitting on. Backman, marvellous. No, it's not. If I could find an alternative that would be as good, then we'd do alright. Right, let's see what happens. They're either going to come off or we're going to get lucky. So, right, let's see if we can. Right, we're going the wrong way on Exeter. Right, okay, let's see if we can. We'll trundle them around at a reasonable speed and see what we can do. See if they stay on, shall we, guys? Well, so far so good. I'll do one more lap like this, guys, of the pair of them, giving them both a bit of compliments. Only let them go round slow, so that way we get best footage. Well, what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to let them keep going around like that. Maybe it's going to be too fast, I don't know. I'm going to turn the lights off just in a minute, see what we can get in the dark. Okay, guys, I'll put the lights back on. Right, we'll bring them in this time, and what I'll do is now is we'll swap the backman around like I said, and we'll just do a little couple of laps wheel facing, so we just get Eagle on its own. Right, stop Eagle there. Right, okay. let's just spin new bits round. Shock horror, well done, I'll have to say it to the backman. Wasn't expecting that at all. If anything, I was expecting, well, like you guys know, grief, which is the commonplace for the backman. Right. Turn that hum down in the transformer. Right. Let's put that in there. I'm just trying to get you to sit on the rails. I think we've got it. Right, here we go. Right, let's give it a go, shall we? We'll do a couple of laps like this in the daylight, what I call the daylight. Running with it. As I say guys, this is now the finished article for Eagle. I'm not going to weather it or anything, but as you know, it didn't run very well. It's been serviced. I've done sort of faded sort of yellow on the bogies, and now it's all serviced and everything, and now it's got working lights. She's got working lights on the front end. If you stick to that, manageable. Right, let's turn the lights out. Cut the lamps. Alright, we'll put the lights on and then we'll probably be calling it a day, second. So we're going to whiz around the lap. Kind of buy you a little bit more speed. Runs a lot better, but still got the old Lima whine. Let's go and buy it. Right, this one we'll do the final lap together. Right, we'll stop Exeter now, the usual spot. Okay, this one will stop completely. and boom. There you go. Thanks very much for watching, guys. As I said earlier, this is the conclusion part of our friend here, Eagle. All done now. Don't look too bad. There you go. If you like the video, do leave me a like and subscribe. As you know, for me every little counts. And I'll see you all again. Take care. Bye.